Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Tuesday in the market. December 9th. We're going to look at SPY. 0-day options today. I took on it. And small count challenge. Glad you're here. Hope you had a good Tuesday. FOMC tomorrow. So this week has been kind of low volume, kind of choppy, and yes, not a whole lot wanting to happen before that. Been basically building liquidity for quite some time now. Range today was tight, yeah, and grindy. This is Eric's 30-minute chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. Yeah, kind of just grind around 30 minutes a day. Yeah, broke out of this, broke out of magenta, but then just flipped it to support all day. This was just pretty ugly price action for 0-day long options. But yeah, let's review. So yeah, first trade was put at 954. So I got these actually pretty early on. Purple and gold, I think my first two, my two algos I charted, and then this red one I charted a little later. But yeah, some very controlled selling and buying. So kind of an equilibrium. But yeah, nice liquidity here, nice liquidity here, and yeah, I would break it, but then it just would not sell in anything aggressive at all. End up just grinding through here. So first trade, let's see, what did I say, 954. So here's 5-day, this gold line, which of course moved throughout the day a bit. Okay, yeah, so we just had this engulfing candle, engulfing red candle. My white line was here, so it had broken it, and I was just looking for a retracement trade, and it didn't happen, so stopped out right there on that candle. Actually, the next candle, this one. Yep. Too angsty. 49 cents to 46 cents. Too antsy? Too angsty? Is that a thing? 10 to 10.15 on puts again. Broke this red right here. I don't know if I had gold at that point or not. I can't remember. Broke that red, and I got it here on the retrace. And I decided to leave my stop for the top of this shoulder right here. So I held this one a little longer. And yeah, it actually worked, even though I was kind of wrong, because it did break it, but it was selling in this bullish controlled selling this gold one, which is awful. But I was able to still make it profitable. 56 cents to 65 cents. Held it. So I noticed it was starting to just grind, and that it was actually selling the gold, and that's when I was like, all right, I need to try to find an exit. So I got a nice exit actually on this candle right here, in 15. So even though it was basically wrong about the trade, still worked, held on, respected my stops, and mitigated my losses and made a little gain, and yeah, a little risk management in there. Next one's a small green one, also very small, 11.30 to 11.38 calls. So this one, it broke gold up here, and I saw it hitting here. I'm like, I could get into it here. It hasn't quite completed the cup, and I was like, eh. So I didn't really want it, but I considered it. I thought I'd probably wait for it to complete the cup and then to come back down and retrace. Of course it didn't, because it's a grindy day and we're not going to have a big move to the upside, so it didn't really build structure to do that. So since it didn't build nice structure to go up, it's not going to go up very far, and there you have it. Didn't go up far at all. What did I do? 11.30, 11.38. I think these are calls, yeah. Right? Yeah, calls. So it came up, and I'm like, all right. I never got the retrace trade. This would have been a nice little trade though. A little tricky on the entry just because it was kind of breaking through gold and just kind of grinding and not a nice little mini inverse head and shoulders or anything to jump into. But I just had to have got a nice fill and then just held on. I didn't have white yet. White was drawn with this resistance, so. Alright, 1130. Okay, this one was a little risky. I didn't know where to enter. I thought it could come all the way back down to gold, but I put in my steepest purple there, and horizontally it also was kind of retesting this area. Went a little bit lower than previous high day, but like, all right, I broke purple, so I actually got in right there on the break of purple. What did I say, 1130, which was kind of a risky one. Because of my stop, I was like, I guess I'll just have red for my stop. And it ended up working out. I held through this, and then I closed. I didn't get a good exit, I guess. Yeah, I didn't get a good exit. I closed on this 38 right here. I guess I think I was just greedy for high day. I was just, yeah. By the time I could get out of it, I was here. I was hoping for more, and should have just taken, because that was 684.91. Yeah, see, it wasn't even half a point, so oh well. Well, it was a green trade nonetheless. It was on its way red, and I could see it, so I just jumped out. 31 cents to 34. 1152. Yeah, just over trade in here. 1153 calls again. 90. Yeah, right here. You can see why with the gold. So it looked like it was making inverse head and shoulder. Broke gold. Came back in it. I charted it with the white, but I didn't want to hold for that long, maybe. Yeah, 1152 to 1153. 31 cents to 28 cents. So I just closed out here. Technically the trade worked, but without buying continuation, you've got to cut it on the break of that white or high of day, which is just a tiny little range. Then, oh yeah, this one, 1154 and then 1156 were two entries for calls. Okay, yeah, forgot I did that, but yeah, I got back in. So it broke out, and then I got back in for the same reason. Yeah, I don't think I had white at that point yet. So got some here, got more on this candle on the retest, and then stopped out at 59. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I was sizing up a little bit there too, hoping for a big one. Yeah, held it till here, 59, and kind of a bummer trade. Yeah, that was 30 cents and then 29 cents, and then I sold it both for 25 cents. And then right at 12, I was in a put and closed it at 12.02 for a small loss. It was very quick in and out. Since the range was tight, the losses were small. So since it didn't have continuation to the upside, that's why I got a put, and it broke the red there. But as you can see, it's just building liquidity still in this wedge. This was the wrong, I needed to break this red. That was my entry. Yeah. So stopped out of that one. That was just a penny loss. And then calls at 12.21 to 12.23. Another small loss, very small. So this is, I'm thinking, still setting up inverse head and shoulder. Still bullish on the day, bullish on the 30-minute. This is my last support line. This red right here at that point. And it was actually a little bit lower, I think. But anyways. So I got one call there on the break of that deeper white selling, which was this one. Ended up wicking. And it was also at the support, so it was a convergence. And close that one out at 1202 on that big red candle, I think. Oh, wait, whoa, no, 1223, there, yeah, that one. Which then reversed, I'm like, oh boy. Wait a minute, oh, 12, wait, no, hold on, sorry, 1221, 1223, I got more. 21, and then I got more on this candle. Interesting, I don't remember doing that. Okay, so, yeah. And then I closed it at 34. Held up through here. Closed it here. And then saw that nice little head and shoulders on the break of the red, which would have been a nice setup for a put on this break. Of course, I was managing these calls, so I didn't close it till down here. Beginning of that 34 candle. Yeah, sometimes it'll make the structure kind of above the algo like that. Sometimes it's below it. It's a retest where it's like the shoulder and it comes up, makes a head and retests it. Sometimes it breaks it to kind of confirm it, and then it'll grab liquidity before it comes down. So yeah, it's just something to think about. It's difficult in the moment because it seems like it's bouncing on that support. But yeah, and Emperor, I looked at Emperor chart a little bit today, and his lines were a little bit different. I don't know if I was looking at that point, but yeah. Next trade is 1244 into a call 46. I think this was a break of purple. Maybe I was looking at Emperors at that point, or maybe it was a retest on this gold. I'm not sure what I was thinking. What's out there? Very small trade. Not sure what I was thinking there. Maybe retesting this gold. And then this white, I think I had it at that point, yeah. The white was just the resistance from up here, so I wasn't too sure about it. But yeah, jumped in and out right there. And 113 to 115. Tiny little losses here, like 1 penny. So there's that little bounce. Got into a call here. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a retracement trade, maybe the top of gold with this being my support. 13 to 115. Yeah, I was kind of over trading in here. That was just like a penny loss. I was like, why am I getting in right here? 136, I was in a put. Got another one at 137. Okay, yeah, so you can see breaking my red. Dude, what happened on this trade? $136. Got another one at 137. Ugh. I think I stopped for a while after that. See my purple? Yeah. That's how I was managing my risk, was the purple. And I'm not being as aggressive like that anymore. I'm now I'm doing more horizontal levels for my stops. In this case, I didn't though. I was just being aggressive with my stop there. Just because it was such a choppy, grindy day, I didn't have a lot of confidence at that point. There wasn't like volume coming in. There was no stops being triggered or anything. It just, yeah. And we have a little structure, of course, but you can always find structure if you want. Yeah, so 136, 137. Bought 2 of those. Sold the first one at 138. Yeah, because it broke that purple. Like, I'm just going to reduce my risk a little bit. Broke the purple. Okay, yes, this was the trade. This was the trade. So, broke the purple. I just reduced my risk. I'm like, and on the second one, I decided I'm going to be a little more flexible about it. And I think I put an alert up here. I said, all right, if it comes up here, I'll close it if it starts to grab that liquidity right there. And so I put an alert up there, and I just I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna forget it. All these little scalps, it's like very tiring and just not easy at all. And so I thought, I'm gonna just put this one in. It's a small contract. I'm gonna put an alert at low a day, and I'm just gonna hold it, and then I'll just leave that alert up there. If it crosses that, I'll close it. So this is the lazy complacency coming out and punishing me. So I know better than that. It's just I in the moment was tired of trying to manage. So anyways, yeah, held this one, was doing something totally different. I still had the charts, I was still looking at it, and I wasn't looking at my contract, I just saw the chart. I saw big red candles. I'm like, good, all right, here we go. I went back and checked the contract. So down here, it was at 100% from there, which would have actually put me back to break even on the day. But I set that plan in motion, and so I didn't sell on any break of purple or anything. I was being stubborn, waiting for a low of day, and just didn't want to be scalping anymore. I just wanted a move, I guess. I wanted to hold for a bigger move. And yes, it did. The target was low of day, and they did hit it. Holding that option through that, no. So yeah, if I would have just said, okay, it's gonna be a lotto, I'm gonna let it go to 0. It's either low of day or 0. I didn't say that. Maybe some point, someday I'll see doing trades like that when I'm up a lot and small position, small amount of profits, and I can just afford to have those trades, because I'm sure it depends on my strike, but it probably did pretty well here. Probably made the most right here, but anyways, held this one all the way up to here. I'm like, that's a huge V bounce. And then I'm like, well, where should I actually stop on this thing? Like, if I wait till it comes all the way up to my line, it's going to be quite red. So right about in here, I closed it for actually a small loss, almost break even. Yeah, that was annoying. Annoying that I did that. I feel like I've been pretty content, like scalping if that's all that I'm getting, looking for half a point. But I think just the amount of trading and all of this just chop is tiring. It's like it's a lot of focus. And especially if your accuracy is very low, it just drains you. So yeah, and even that move, like it was 100%, but the range is so tight today, that was only half a point, which is what I'm looking for. None of my other trades really gave me half a point, so that one was the 1/2 point trade. Anyways, closed out of that one. And 235, 236, 237 I got puts. Yep, right here on the break of white. 35 to 36. These are out of the money, so they're very cheap. Got them in there, and then I think I just stopped out of these. Yep. So it was 9 cents, 10 cents, 8 cents, then stopped out for 7 cents at 239. On that candle, that big wiki candle. Could have worked, but at this point it was selling in such a flat channel that it just was disgusting. Yeah, I looked at Emperor's chart a bit at that point, and he had it charted pretty well. So it'd make the structure, break it, and then just the selling was not what you wanted. 242 I was in a put. Oh, then I got better strike. And I got 2 of them. Why am I sizing up here? That's not good. Yeah, nice little head and shoulders with the white as well. 242. Stopped out the next candle. I think that's because of purple again. Yeah, I was just losing focus. Yeah, so if that's there, get this candle right up here. I just close it on that one. I didn't want to trade anymore. That's stupid. I shouldn't have kept trading. Although I did, and I still wasn't at max loss, and that wasn't my target, but I ended up hitting it, and that's why it's good that it's low, because sometimes I think I do just kind of sabotage myself to get my max loss so I can stop trading. I don't feel like that would happen today. I know in the past I've probably had that problem sometimes. Let's see. Yep, stopped at that one, 243. Final trade, 2 more at 244 to 250. Never got any good selling, just this grind. Till the last couple of minutes. 244. Why did I get in there? I don't know actually. What was I doing? Held it until 250. Oh, I was looking at Emperor's chart at that point. Yep. Let's see if he changed it. Yeah, he didn't change it. You can see it here. So I was just looking at his because his looked pretty accurate. You can see his selling here. It's similar to mine, but let's see. Oh, he did change it. This yellow was up here, I think. And so it had broken it right here. I don't know why I had it up there, not on the wick, but that's why I jumped in. And yeah, and that was my final trade on the small account. But I actually took up on the big account. There they are. Got a lot of trades. Down day, max red day. On the big account though, had a couple fun ones, had a couple good ones. I'm like fresh on the big account. It's not down. I don't know. I can think a little more clearly. I'm a little looser too. Not such a struggle. First one was a loss though. Let's see, 317 to 317 puts. And then very small loss. 325 to 333. That was green. Stopped out. You see that there. Okay, right here, yeah. So got in right there. Close the first one at 333. Right here. And I think I did a break even on the other ones. I'll close another one at 336. That candle, yeah. And then I broke even on the last one. Yeah, and then this last trade is actually pretty cool. I didn't quite hold through it like I wished, but still did all right. Put me just barely green on the big account. 354 I got to put. So had the 10-minute move. Came up here, rejected. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was only paying attention to white if it broke it. It did. It broke it. I got filled like here. 354. It came up. I was like, oh boy. Held through. Closed one down here. So that was $4.30 to $6 on that first one. And then another. Oh, okay. Then another one. My first one was somewhere in here. My second one was probably somewhere down there because I was. No, the other way around. Second one I came up a little bit because that was for 520. Third one was for 390, a small loss on that, but a green trade overall. It was this candle right here that shook me out on that last one. It came all the way up here. I was looking at Emperor's chart at this point, and for his precision, maybe moved it. I don't know. This green, yeah, he's moved it out. You can see it was on the wicks here. Just kind of like mine. His was a little steeper, I guess, but it wicked out of there. So I was like, I'm just going to close it. Got good profit. I don't want to give away profit on that trade. My purple, though, my purple was pretty solid. You can see it stayed underneath it as well as my white. It perfectly retested it. So some of them seemed like mine were a little more accurate. Other ones, his lines looked accurate. But that's what I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.